I'd love to pick your brain. Just checking in. Does that make sense? Salespeople, we've all said these things, but it's time to stop. My name is Barbuto, and today I'm going to talk you through several things salespeople say but need to stop immediately and talk about what you should say instead. The first one that we're going to talk about is just checking in. Just checking in is one that you should immediately eliminate. As soon as a buyer sees just checking in their email box, they completely ignore it. The reason why is it's very selfish. There's no reason for you to just check in. What are you checking in for? We have a job to do, and our job is to help our prospects. What you say instead is, I want to share a quick insight that will help you with a specific goal. Get right to the point. What are you reaching out for? It's not to check in. What is it? Is it because you're looking for an update on a particular proposal? You can ask for that, but make sure that you make it about them. Say, hey, I found some insights that I think you might find valuable. I'm also wondering if you have an update on the proposal that I sent over. You took the time to submit a proposal. The least they can do is provide you with an update. Your job is to continue deals moving forward. They understand that. There's nothing wrong with just saying, hey, I need an update on the proposal that I spent a lot of time on putting together for you. Buyers understand. They've dealt with a lot of salespeople. You're not the first one they've dealt with. So just get right to the point, cut the BS, stop checking in. Number two, does that make sense? Does that make sense is something that we've all used in the past, but we should not be using it. The reason why is it implies that perhaps they're not smart enough to understand whether something that you've just explained makes sense or not. The term mansplaining, that's a real thing. And in sales, it's more like salesplaining. You don't necessarily need to ask, does that make sense? Ask for their feedback. Say, can you relate to that? Or how does that land with you? Or curious what your thoughts are on that. What this does is it changes it from a closed-ended question, does that make sense, to an open-ended question. You want it to be a back and forth dialogue. This is gonna open the conversation up. It also gives you the answer to the real question that you wanna know, which is what I just said relevant to your situation? So stop saying, does that make sense? Switch it from a closed-ended question to an open-ended question. Something like, how does that relate to your situation? Next, I love to pick your brain. Now, when you're asking to pick someone's brain, who is that for? Is that for them or is it for you? Instead, you say something like, I have some ideas that I think you might find valuable, but I'd love to understand a bit more about your situation to make sure that this could be a good fit for you. You're still saying, I need to gather some information from you, but you're telling them what's in it for them. Stop making it about yourself and what you want and start making it about them and letting them know what is in it for them by giving you their time. That brings us to the next one. We're the best in our business. Or anything that is outlandish, that's a very broad, generic statement. Anybody can say, oh, we're the best in the business. You're not giving any proof, you're not being specific. What you need to do instead is talk about the areas where you excel in, and then explain a situation where you excelled in those areas. That's gonna go over much better than just saying we're the best. Next, we'd love to partner with you. When you say we'd love to partner with you, you're saying what you want, not what they need. Instead, switch it up to, here's how I think that we can drive value for you. Every time that you're asking for something, you have to think about, okay, what's in it for them? What am I giving them? Not what's in it for you. Be other-oriented, not self-oriented. Next, can I put 15 minutes on your calendar? Or can I steal 15 minutes from you? People are busy. Their schedule is already chock full of things that they have to do. They have a lot of priorities. Why would they take time out of their calendar to meet with you? Again, you're asking for something for yourself. What you want to do is give a reason. Instead, say, if you're open to it, I'd love to share how we're helping solve a particular problem and how it's impacting certain teams and how this could potentially apply to you. Think about them. Stop saying, can I have 15 minutes of your time? Say, I would love to share some information with you if you would carve out some time. You as a salesperson have insight into all of their competitors. So you have a lot of value. If you're having conversations, you can share with them what's working for their competitors. This is something that buyers are interested in. Say, I would love to share with you some ideas of how we're helping similar companies or what other companies are dealing with or what we're seeing in the marketplace, or sharing some updates about the industry that I think will apply to you. And if you're open to that, we'd love to discuss this and carve out some time. Next, what keeps you up at night? That's a kind of a creepy question, don't you think? You might as well be asking them, talk to me about your sleeping habits. Stay away from what keeps you up at night. Instead, say, what are your team's key priorities this year? What are your main challenges that you're facing, and what is it preventing you from doing? Get straight to the point, ask what you really want to know. What are their main challenges? What are their main priorities? And you're asking so that way you can determine if there are any areas which you can help them. So enough with the what's keeping you up at night or the other sales cliches, and get right to the point. Ask them what you really want to know. Next, is now a good time? No, now is never a good time, okay? If you're cold calling somebody, you're breaking up their day. You're not catching them at a time where they're just hanging out and they're like, let me take some cold calls right now. No, everybody's busy. You're either catching them at lunch, you're catching them when they're in the middle of working. So enough with that is now a good time, because the answer is no. Instead, say, listen, I know I'm probably catching you at a bad time. I just wanted to chat with you about a few things of how we're helping similar customers and why I think that we can help you. Is this something that you'd be open to discussing? Don't bother asking if it's a good time, because the answer is no. The last one is trust me. Why should they trust you? You're a salesperson, you have an agenda. Let's stop pretending that we don't, okay? You have to earn their trust. You can't just ask for it. You have to prove, based on evidence, based on facts, based on data, based on proving yourself once given the opportunity. That's how you earn the trust. Don't say, trust me, okay? You're gonna immediately make them not trust you. Why don't we start acknowledging the fact, listen, we're biased, we're a salesperson, we have a job. This is not a secret. Let's acknowledge the fact that we're salespeople, we have a job to do, but our job is to help prospects. Our job is to find prospects to help. Our job is to uncover whether we can help them. And guess what? That's a good thing. So stop having such a negative perspective on this sales role and start thinking about it in the perspective of our job is to find people to help. In order to do that, we need to disrupt their patterns, which is okay, because ultimately people will not make changes on their own. And so they do need a little bit of a nudging sometimes. So stay away from the trust me, or is this a good time, or can I have 15 minutes of your calendar? Focus on your prospect, how you can help them, giving them something as opposed to taking, and you will have a much better reaction with all of the prospects you're speaking to. And hey, while we're at it, let's lose the blazer, okay? This is not the 90s. We don't necessarily need this thing, okay? What it says is that you are a salesperson. This is 2025. You don't need a blazer. Dress like a normal person. This is not a job interview, okay? When you wear a blazer, you come off as a bit desperate. You're immediately saying, I'm a salesperson. You might as well put it on your forehead. And what you're gonna do is ultimately turn people off. So lose the blazer, lose the sales voice. Don't act like a cartoon. You're there to have a conversation with your prospects. You're there to find out if you can help. Let's leave these phrases in the dumpster fire where they belong. Start talking like a human. You will see your results improve dramatically. What's the worst sales phrase that you've ever heard? Drop it in the comments below. If you found value in this video, please like and subscribe. My book, Top Sales Producer, How to Crush Your Sales Quota, is out right now. The ebook is available on Amazon. Go check it out. Type in Andrew Barbuto and you will find it. If you do buy it, leave a comment. I really appreciate it. The physical book will be on pre-order soon. Thank you so much for watching. Always remember, if you're not helping, you're not selling. Thanks.